episode.
All right. Welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode 189, being recorded on December 21st, 2021. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit.
Random shit?
With
All right.
little background and absolutely no expertise. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything whatsoever.
That's for sure.
Well, maybe some random shit, but definitely some science. Have you guys ever seen a millipede in real life?
It's incredibly hard to count the legs.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to ask you. Have you ever counted 1,000 legs on a millipede?
Nah, they're kind of creepy. You just squish them.
It's like centipedes are actually like
Centipedes are creepy. Millipedes are just weird.
you know what? Tell me more about it while I go look up some facts.
Well, if you have seen a millipede with 1,000 feet on it, I'd be very surprised because apparently scientists have found the first true millipede. They did in fact find a millipede that had 1,306 legs on it.
Okay, just for the sake of those of you who can't see this, there's no picture in this article. I'm very disappointed.
That's what I was gonna go look at.
There's no video. There's no picture. There's just
I
people
found the first
commenting.
millipede. Trust me, I'm a scientist.
Exactly.
Ugh, you do not want to see a picture of it. I'm just going to say that right now.
Where's it at?
I found it on phys.org.
Post it on our thing.
Here, maybe. Let me see if I can share this. I might be able to
It
share
looks like a tapeworm.
Millipede with 1,000 legs. Ugh.
That's just a long brown rope.
Yeah, so this millipede is the first millipede to actually have been found that is over that has over 1,000 legs on it. So, or 1,000 feet, however you want to call it.
Until recently, it was only 750 legs. Wowza!
Yeah, this almost doubles it. Apparently, they found it in an underground hole 60 meters below the Earth in a mining area in Australia. Of course, because why not? Australia just has all the other weird and creepy things. So
They do. They have such. That's so weird.
It's just so sad. I mean,
Go ahead.
what planet was a planet and then it wasn't a planet anymore?
Pluto.
Is it Pluto? And then, I mean, there was a couple other things I know we talked about recently that, and this is another example. I mean, millipedes are millipedes. Apparently not. That's the crazy thing.
Definitely.
Now they're not. I mean, now they're going, what? We're not millipedes anymore? We never had 1,000 legs? This is crazy. It's kind of sad.
I was always under the impression that the difference between millipedes and centipedes was how many legs was per body segment. Am I just incorrect in that?
Yeah.
Where's my fact? Where's my fact check?
Let's see. Centipedes. I don't know, but I saw this really funny meme the other day. It was a video on Instagram, and this grandma in Ireland was talking about how there were centipedes in the sitting room.
Oh no, it totally is. Centipedes have 1 leg per segment, and millipedes have 2 legs per segment.
And the grandma kept talking about how she wasn't afraid of the centipedes. However, she kind of got her wires crossed and was calling the centipedes pedophiles. She's like, there are pedophiles in my sitting room. Those pedophiles, you know what? I'm not afraid of them, though. I'm not afraid of the pedophiles. They're dead. I have dead pedophiles in my sitting room. They're just in there. They just walk into the sitting room. Those pedophiles. Nobody corrected her. They're all like, wait, what did you say, Grandma? What's that? What's that about the pedophiles? And she's like, yeah, I told you there are pedophiles in my sitting room.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Right, Grandma.
I really need to stop looking at these centipedes and millipede pictures because it's kind of gross. Not gonna lie.
I give it a thumbs up for finding it, as that apparently was hard to do until just recently.
I give it a thumbs down that we have not found a millipede before, and somehow we called an insect a millipede without ever having found one with 1,000 legs.
I totally agree.
I think that they should have 1,000,000 legs though, because millipede million makes more sense.
That's definitely not
I
how it
totally
works.
agree with that comment too. It's like the metric system or something, isn't it?
That's right. It's okay because we don't use the metric system here.
We don't use it. We don't need it. Get it out of here. That's why they found it in Australia, of all places.
That's
To
just
find
like,
it here, like
it's just like in the UK where they use the metric system, except for when they drive, because everything is still in miles and miles per hour. But you can only buy things in liters and milliliters.
yeah, and you can measure your weight in pounds, kilograms, or stones.
Stones. That's right.
How much do you weigh?
That's terrible.
About 8
I was trying to
stones.
see what they said in the internet here about millipedes, but then I saw an article that said, "Are millipedes friendly?" which I just thought was hilarious. How would you even know if a millipede was friendly or not? I mean, I said hello. I said hello, and they never said anything back. They just slithered off. So I don't know if they're friendly or
I have
not.
1,000,000 legs that you could shake hands with.
1,000,000 legs, and they didn't shake my hand once. I don't like it. It's just crazy.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it's something that millipedes probably don't have is eyeballs, but humans do. And apparently, when you are in space, your vision starts to degrade because of the fluid that builds up in your eyes. And apparently, NASA has developed some new sleeping bags that will fix this.
Just in case you're wondering, millipedes, most species of millipedes have small compound eyes consisting of bundles of optical units known as simple eyes or cili.
So, do astronauts get these simple eyes? Was that how this gets fixed?
Yes.
Interesting.
Actually, it's so. I'll give you the science behind it. Apparently, is that as you are sleeping on Earth, the fluid in your body, I guess, naturally kind of collects around your eyes, and it's fine because as long as you're sleeping and then you stand up and gravity will start pulling all that fluid back down to your legs, it's not a problem. In space, there's no gravity, so there's no way for the fluid to leave your head. So what NASA has developed is a sleeping bag that will suck the fluid down to your feet.
So the sleeping bag is just basically a compression sleeping bag?
I think it's more like a vacuum
Suction
sleeping bag.
bag.
Well, but can't they just hook that up into their spacesuit so that it just does this to their legs without having to be in a sleeping bag?
Just out of the scene from Spaceballs when they have the vacuum cleaner hooked up to the planet, sucking all the oxygen out, and the three of them are standing there saying, "Suck, suck, suck." I'm like, oh, I don't like that. Stop saying that.
That's exactly what
Stop
I'm
saying
doing
that.
here.
Stop saying that.
It looks like you kind of crawl into a little bag, and then it looks like it would do the same thing, kind of like sucks on your body, like.
That's not good. Don't say that again.
Looks strange.
This guy kind of looks like he's in pain too, so I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Incredibly uncomfortable. There'll be no gravity. Oh, he got that going for him.
Yeah. Whoa, wait a minute. They talk. Oh, I have no idea. So it's a sleeping bag that fits around your waist, enclosing your lower body, and a vacuum cleaner like suction device is then activated, and it draws fluid towards your feet. So if you want to get, sucked off in space, you can definitely do that here, and it'll fix your eyesight.
Oh my gosh.
The video of Bill Murray.
I am not impressed with this. I don't know why they wouldn't just make it part of a space suit.
Because you don't wear your spacesuit to bed.
Yeah, you get in your
Come
space
on.
PJs
You put in your space jammies. You don't need to get in your space
suit.
space. Well, it's compression. I don't get it. Climb
It's
into
not
the sleeping
compression.
bag.
It's suction, not compression.
Suction.
It's the same thing.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
You know, I
It's
give it a
compression,
thumbs up.
suction.
I give it a thumbs up because my concern is that if you're in space for that long and your vision is reduced to the point of not being able to see, how hard would it be for you to come back to Earth and fly that spaceship home? I wouldn't want to rely on that, dude.
They have autopilot just for
Yep.
that reason.
Well, and if the autopilot breaks, you're screwed. So
I think you're screwed either way.
If 2001: A Space Odyssey has taught us anything, if the autopilot breaks, you really are screwed because it's trying to kill you.
I give it a thumbs up for the suck off machine, so we're good.
Oh my gosh.
Thumbs up for that. That suck-off machine
Oh my
is out of this
goodness.
world.
I'm gonna have to say thumbs down because I've already made my point.
Well, you know, something that you don't have to make a point about is HDMI 2.1 ports on your new TV, not actually supporting all of the features of HDMI 2.1. So, have anybody bought a TV recently? Has anybody been out there looking?
Not that recently,
Yeah,
no.
we bought one about a year ago.
All right. Well, one of the specs you might be looking for when you're looking to buy a new TV is what version of HDMI does it have?
Yeah.
And the newest spec is HDMI 2.1, which is supposed to be, as you would imagine, an upgraded version of HDMI 2.0.
Yeah,
And
of course.
2.1 brings along with it a whole lot of features that are really, really nice, actually. You know, so features such as apparently fixed rate link signaling, variable refresh rates, auto latency mode, low latency mode, and enhanced audio return channel.
Mm.
Brings all these great features, except for the fact that HDMI 2.1 doesn't actually require all of those features, just like 2.0 did. So essentially, the certifying body for HDMI was basically like, you know what, let's make this way more complicated. And we're basically going to say, hey, 2.1 can mean that it has these features, but it can also mean that it doesn't have these features. And we're going to leave that up to you to figure that out.
It's governing body. Where are they
Yeah,
out,
Merry
like, on
Christmas.
half of them were out on vacation or something. The Hamptons.
So yeah, essentially, basically, anything that was certified as a 2.0 device is also now technically certified as a 2.1 device, even though you don't have the new features in them.
Oh, brother.
Great.
So now, if you're out there looking to buy a TV and you're looking for one of those special features that you thought were included in HDMI 2.1, I highly recommend you reading your box or the product manual, or hopefully the manufacturer is nice enough to tell you what they did or did not include in that TV you're buying.
This is almost like this 5G thing all over again.
It almost is like the 5G thing. Yep. It's like,
We have 5G. Well, not real 5G. Well, it's kind of like 5G. It's as fast as 5G, so we call it 5G. But it's not 5G.
Yeah,
Goodness.
it's
I'm going to say
just
thumbs
like
down.
5G.
That's-
It's almost just like how extremely complicated USB 3.1 is, which we've talked about before on this show. So, you know, I just don't understand why we have to make this way more complicated.
I know why.
Money.
Money.
Money, 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 money.
Because HDMI cords and HDMI cords aren't very expensive in the grand scheme of things. And if they get you to accidentally buy one that you don't need, you're not going to return it.
You know,
It's a
that is-
huge marketing
that's
ploy.
true.
What if we just make this complicated enough that they just start accidentally buying stuff they don't need, and then you get to sell more stuff?
Do you remember when, like, you used to buy HDMI cables and it was like you could get the the $5 cheap no-name brand cable, or you could buy the monster cable, and it was like $80 for the same cable, and it was no better.
But it looked cooler.
But it did look cooler. I'll give you that.
Looked cooler, and it had that little, like, they talked about the braided mesh something, blah, blah, blah. You could lift up a semi-truck with this cord.
I almost think that all that stuff is worse because it puts a lot of weight on the cord and it's pulling down on the component. It probably makes it.
Probably damages it. You're right.
Probably damages it with all that weight because those cables are heavy. Some of those.
That is true. Well, yeah, I give this a thumbs down. Don't make it more complicated to buy a TV. It's complicated enough.
Thumbs up for that.
But speaking of things that are apparently extremely complicated, is Toyota's remote start feature on their key fobs is now going to require a monthly subscription if you want to keep using it. So apparently Toyota, they have if you buy a new car, it probably comes with a key fob, and it probably has a button for remote start. And apparently, starting, I don't even know when. I'm gonna just say now. If you want to keep using that functionality to remotely start your car from your key fob, it's gonna cost you $8 a month.
I don't get this.
Here's my question about this, though, because our Toyota dealer in town says if you want remote start, you have to go to this third-party person in town, and then you get a whole separate remote start key fob.
So are they
really?
What?
It's like not Toyota branded at all.
So
we asked our Toyota dealer about it.
So you're suggesting that that remote start is maybe a new thing for Toyota?
Either it's a new thing, or our Toyota dealership is junk, which saying that they're not, and you could probably have gotten a remote start through Toyota at other dealerships. They just weren't willing to go through the hassle. So what I am saying is you might be able to get around this $8 a month thing if you go find some local person in town to set it up for you through.
Well, I don't understand why it requires Why does it require a subscription? You just have to be within the vicinity of your car and you push a button.
Well, that's what's a little confusing is because Toyota apparently has an app as well that you can remotely start your car from, and that app is through their Remote Connect service, and that service costs $8 a month. But
gotcha.
So for some reason, Toyota's tied the remote start function of the car to that service, even though, like you said, Brian, I mean, you should just have a radio wave from your key fob to the car. What is it going to the cloud for? Why do I?
Well, so now I can start. So now I can be 1,000 miles away and start my car.
I doubt that. I doubt it even does that, though.
Well,
that makes. I have a feeling Toyota is trying to get rid of car keys. They just want you to do everything from your phone.
Which is weird because Toyota doesn't have a phone brand. No. Unless Apple is trying to buy Toyota. You heard it here on the council.
Toyota's trying to buy Apple. Maybe they're going to merge.
Yeah, there's an Apple-Toyota merger happening. Live on the CouncilCast. You heard it here first.
So would you keep that Toyota and Apple, or would you be at Tapple, or would you be at Toyota?
Toyota and Apple. They're going to keep their own branding. They're going to have their own marketing teams. They're going to double everything up. And if any Toyota employees want to have Apple devices or vice versa.
Apple and Toyota. Okay. I don't know how you combine the two. I mean, Tapple would be my best guess.
Tapple. I think Tapple would.
Apple and Toyota merging.
I don't know how you do it the other way.
Apple and Toyota are rumored to make a vehicle together.
There you go.
In September of 2021, Apple is rumored to be visiting Toyota and preparing to lay the groundwork to mass produce a branded car by 2024. Here's what we know.
Well, I guess
it'll cost way more.
It's so crazy.
Here's what we know: it'll cost more than it needs to.
It most likely. There is one good thing, I guess. They are giving you a free trial of this service for somewhere between the next 3 to 10 years. So if you're lucky enough to get in a free trial, you might be able to sell the car before it actually comes due for you having to pay for it.
Oh my gosh.
At
I'm
that
gonna
point,
say
all
no.
cars will have a remote start monthly service fees.
Most likely. You know,
Most likely.
it's another way for them to just try and get you to pay for more stuff. So I give it a thumbs down. I don't see why your key fob needs a subscription. So
Yeah, I give it a thumbs down for having to pay for it, and I give it a thumbs up for the marketing genius who came up with, hey, what if we just squeeze the last pennies that our car owners have? Let's see, how many Toyota cars are on the road in the U.S.?
I mean, $8 a month, they could make like probably $8 billion off of that.
Well, in September of 2021, sales of 152,000 vehicles is how many?
Okay.
So in September, they sold 152,000 vehicles. Toyota did.
So multiply that by 12. Assume they just do that every month.
And it was a decrease. So 150,000.
So that'd be 1.8 million cars a year times $8 a month. Wow, that's a
100,000.
lot of money.
$14 million
Huh?
a month.
Well, it'd be monthly. So wait, it's 150,000 cars a month.
What would that be?
$172 million a year.
Yeah,
What would
that's a
that
lot
be?
of money.
And that's only for the cars that are sold that year.
Now, if you put that money in a bank, if it compounded interest at 2.25%, how much money would you have in 1,000 years?
We looked the Futurama episode up the other day where Fry is like, yeah, when I was, the bank account doesn't have very much in it.
Yeah.
I think I only had like 92 cents left back in 1999. And then he gets there, and they're like, yeah, that's true. You only have 98 cents. He's like, but with compounded interest at an average of 2.25%, that's like over $1 million or $1 billion or something ridiculous. And I was like, is that true? And I went and I found a calculator, and I was like, holy crap, they weren't messing around. That was like real in compounded interest over 1,000 years. Anyway.
Pretty impressive. Well, be even better if you could do that with $8 a month subscription for your cars. So.
Oh my
There you
gosh,
go.
they're making hundreds of millions of dollars off of it. They have the potential to make hundreds of millions of dollars off of it. So the marketer who was like, yeah, people aren't going to care about $8 a month, but he will from hundreds of thousands of users.
Yep. He's like, just pay me that. That's my, just pay me the money you make off of that service.
Yeah.
That's my salary.
Yeah, exactly. Here's your bonus.
Well, you know, something that might be a bonus is if you're an anti-5G fanatic, you can now
Obviously.
get a pendant that protects you against 5G energy.
Wait. I want one of these.
And it protects
No,
you
you don't.
by being radioactive.
Yeah, it's radioactive.
What? What is this?
So if
Yeah.
you're concerned about getting radiation damage from 5G, you can buy this radioactive necklace that will also give you radiation damage.
It looked like it was going to be significant, the amount of radiation coming off this thing.
Why did you? I didn't even read this one yet. Actually, did you?
I kind of was skimming it.
Why it was radioactive?
I did not pick up on why it was radioactive, but the fact that the pendant to keep you from the 5G cell phone signal was radioactive was just hilarious.
I feel like
It was talking
this is
about all
not
the.
real, right?
Oh no, this is totally a real product.
Yeah, it is. And it was banned in the Netherlands or
They've been
somewhere.
everywhere.
Okay, so here it goes. This is the excerpt. It says is that the radiation can damage tissue, DNA, and can cause, for example, like red, irritated skin. It says that only low levels of radiation have been measured so far. However, if you were to wear this product for a prolonged period of time, like 24 hours a day for a year, you could expose yourself to a level of radiation that exceeds the stringentest limit for skin exposure in the Netherlands. So if you wore this thing for a year, you're going to be beyond what the limit of what you would be normally allowed to be exposed to.
Yikes.
That's crazy.
I mean, this is just perfect. I mean, protect
It's
yourself by hurting yourself. This is absolutely dumb.
I want to know who made it though.
I don't know, somebody in China. Where did you think it came from?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. Someone in China. Hilarious.
I mean, I guess if you did this, you could consider yourself a modern day Marie Curie who carried around radioactive elements, because she liked the fact that radium glowed, and turns out it killed her. Whoops.
I tried to watch that movie. Was it on Amazon or Netflix?
I
Which
don't
one?
know.
I tried to watch it. It was hard to watch.
Which
She
one?
was, well, where she was Madame Curie, where she was working with radioactive material, and she was trying to smash it up, and so she was like in a vat full of radioactive material, like pounding it up with hammers and things. There was no way she wasn't going to get cancer and die. I mean, it was going to kill her because she was always messing with it and always trying to pound it up and make it into powder so she could do experiments with it. Just a lot of those scenes. It was not a great show. It was pretty
That's
boring.
interesting.
Yeah.
Who? Oh, I have so many questions. What's the name of it?
What's the name of
The
what?
movie?
The movie.
I don't know. It's a Netflix or Amazon original.
It is called Radioactive, and it and
1998.
no, 2019.
Radioactive. 1998 to 2001. It was a TV series.
No, that's not it.
I have no idea. Is this new?
It's probably still in
I
my.
Madam Curry and I got Adam Curry on IMDb. Is that the same?
I have no idea.
Maybe it's Amazon.
1943. 14 great movies about Marie Curie. Apparently, it's on the Radioactive movie. I think should be on Netflix. So
Radioactive is an Amazon original. It is.
Oh, here it is. All one word. Oh, what's she been in?
Rosamund Pike.
Oh, the other thing I always remember her in is in the Jack Reacher episode, first Jack Reacher movie.
She was in that. She's also in the new Wheel of Time movie show that's on Amazon.
Anyway, I didn't get very far, and I'm looking at this now. That I probably, as far as I got it, all they did was
Gone Girl.
bust apart radioactive material. I'm thinking they're going to get sick, which is kind of the whole thing. So,
Well, I'm going to go ahead and
anyway,
give a thumbs down to these people. If you
Yeah, thumbs down.
do not buy anything that promises to protect you against 5G, I guess.
yeah, that's pretty stupid.
But something that might be able to help protect you is Hyundai's new drink serving and baby carrying robot.
Okay, I'm just going to stop you right there. This is a big thumbs down.
You know,
I've already pre-ordered mine.
I actually watching the little GIF here of this robot doing its thing. I think it's pretty darn cool. I kind of want one. I mean,
I do not.
it looks like, it has little wheels. It can kind of like adapt itself to different situations. It won't fall over. I think this looks pretty neat. Maybe I wonder if I could ride it like a skateboard.
What's its weight capacity? It's a video.
It can go 19 miles an hour, and it only weighs 110 pounds, so that's not too bad.
19 miles an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna put the baby in that.
Why not?
Doesn't say what the weight capacity is, though.
How fast can the fastest human run?
Unless its top speed to just below. Oh wait,
40 miles an hour.
really faster than the robots with legs.
Apparently, Usain Bolt ran 40 miles an hour.
No, I'm not asking how fast Usain Bolt runs. I'm asking how fast can Dad run when the robot takes off at 19 miles an hour?
Well, it's gonna catch you.
Probably like.
Or it's gonna get away from you.
Maybe 10 miles an hour.
6 to 8 miles an hour is the average human running, and if we're all out of shape, that thing is going to be miles away before you catch up to it.
Well,
I don't think this is a great idea at all.
Wait, where did it say how far it could go? It can drive at that speed for 4 hours. So you just have to eventually catch up to it after 4 hours and it'll be dead.
Well, is it able to navigate around things at 19 miles an hour? It's going to have to slow down eventually, or it's going to run into something.
Well, let's hope it just stops somewhere.
I give this a thumbs up.
Yeah, I do like it. I like they call it the active stabilization, and I give that a thumbs up.
If they had just tried to market it as like a way for you to get stuff around, like I'm gonna load boxes or something, but the baby carriage part makes me go thumbs down because it goes 19 miles an hour for 4 hours.
That's incredible.
I like the picture. I like the idea of being able to use this as a drink delivery robot. So I think that's what I'm going to use it for.
Yep.
And we need the.
I mean, that's why I pre-ordered mine. I figured out that I could strap a keg to it.
Well,
we need the boombox
glasses just like they have in the video here.
No. We need the boombox / cooler.
Oh yeah.
To put on there. Yeah, that was a while back, but that's the perfect thing to have on there.
I'm surprised that the gal who picks up the glass off the top, why didn't she just pull one right from the bottom and just smash them all over? Say, clean it up, robot.
I give it a thumbs up. I like it. So.
Can get through that zigzaggy area too.
Yeah, exactly. Can navigate around all of the kids' toys that are on the ground. Still bring me a drink. Well, I think with that, we're going to move on to our Elon Musk pitches for the week.
Okay.
So we'll start there. Who's got a pitch for Mr. Musk?
Got one.
Okay.
I want him to bring Christmas spirit and presents to all the little boys and girls in the world.
You want
him to do it on his spaceship.
Oh, that's awesome.
Use spaceship to deliver gifts to everyone on Christmas. All right. Why not? That sounds fair. I think you can make that happen.
But Elon, name your spot as the richest man in the world and give everyone a Christmas gift on your spaceship.
If he does do that, I would like to think that NORAD also tracks his toy delivery schedule. And see how he compares to Santa.
There you go.
We're going to come out with gifts for everyone by midnight. Oh, he's several hours behind schedule. Didn't say midnight in what time zone?
Wouldn't you think Bezos would be a better suited to deliver gifts all over the world in one night? I mean, he's got a bunch of elves helping him.
You know, you're probably right. That's why it's an Elon Musk pitch, because Musk needs to make
Gotcha.
improvements. Bezos is already there.
Gotcha.
This is already doing this, and Musk, you have more money than him, so.
Perfect.
I have a pitch. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to afford one of these smart cars, like a Tesla or whatever. And so I would like Musk to create a conversion kit so that I can change my car into a smart car.
And into a smart car or an electric car?
Electric smart car.
Whatever a Tesla
Electric
is, I want it.
smart car. All right.
Yeah, I want a conversion kit. I want to be able to convert my car into
I want
whatever
to be able to put
his cars are.
gasoline in the back and have it turn into electric energy.
However he wants to do it. If he wants to actually create Mr. Fusion, I don't care. I just want it to be a conversion kit. I want to convert my old stupid car into a yes, thank you. Theme song appropriate for what my suggestion is. Yeah.
I think that makes sense. I think Chevy's already doing that, but sure. Sounds good.
Chevy.
Mr. Fusion.
Fusion.
I think my pitch for Mr. Musk is that, it is getting cold around here, and when it gets cold, you either, you want to heat things up either by, using electricity or gas or something like that. And I think Mr. Musk should come up with a way to turn cold air into warm air with no energy input.
So it'd be a chemical process.
Sure, that would be fine.
Cold air into warm air with
I
they're
love this
using
idea.
zero energy.
Yeah.
I like this.
Cold air in, warm air
this
out.
Is smart.
Mm.
Cold air in air. Cold.
And it's like the proper humidity warm air as well, not just that dry air. I don't want dry warm air.
Blech.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody wants that. That's a
I give
great
that idea a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
3 wins tonight. 3 awesome ideas.
Yeah.
No duds.
Goodwill for all.
Perfect.
Conversion kits, and what was the last one?
Cold air into warm air.
That's right. Cold air into warm air.
You can consider it a cold air conversion kit.
Cold air.
Whatever.
Kit.
All right. With that, I'm going to go ahead and call this council meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We do record this podcast live Tuesday nights on YouTube. And if you liked what you saw and want to check out all of the past episodes for some reason, you can go to CouncilCast.org, where you'll only find them up to probably April of this year, so good luck. You might have some better luck finding the audio files or not, I'm not sure. But you can try checking iTunes or your favorite podcatcher for that.
Who
And
knows?
if you have a topic
Who
you
knows?
would like the council's decision on, you can email us at idon'tcare@councilcast.org or connect with us on Twitter at RealCouncilCast. Thanks for listening, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.